everyone, this is Chrism, and I'd like to welcome you to a conversation about your Kundalini awakening experience. Right now I'm in Mostar, Bosnia-Herzegovina, and it's a very, very beautiful city. It has very, very beautiful, a lot of water here. The river that flows through it has many tributaries. They all come together right here. As some of you may know, Mostar was involved in a very, very heavy, violent conflict in the 90s, actually 91 to 93, where the civilian population were being attacked on almost all sides here in the city. And some of the pictures that I'll be showing you can attest to the violence of that attack. It was exceptionally violent. Here's some pictures. As you can imagine, just by seeing the pockmarks on these buildings, for 18 months they were besieged by the Croatian armies just because they wanted the land. Croatia decided one day, well, we want Mostar and we want all the land around Mostar, and so here we go. And they began to take what was not theirs. And not only did they take it, but they brutalized the population to the degree of, just murdering civilians on the street and using rape as a weapon of war and many of the various scenarios. I've spoken with a few of the people that are here that lived through it, and the first thing they say to me is, if you're ever caught in a war zone, leave. Those who stay are stupid. Okay, those who leave are smart. And I can't disagree, with that logic, especially coming from people who stayed. Okay, like the lady that owns the hotel that I'm in. Anyway, within a Kundalini context, this is a refinement zone. We don't know what caused governments to make such amazingly violent decisions about other people's property, other people's lands. We don't know what the karmic implications are, but we do know that it did occur and that 250,000 people in this area were killed. We do know that right now, even to this day, it's a Christian versus Islam, Islam versus Christian scenario. These days, instead of using bullets, they're using a soccer ball, which is great. But the emotional issues are still present. Whether you worship Allah or Jesus seems to be the big deal. Two of the youngest religions in the world, by the way. It's a beautiful, beautiful city. I have not encountered a single landmine. Of course, if I had, we wouldn't be having this conversation. But the people and the city are recovering. It's been 19 years since everything occurred. This is a severe refinement zone, everybody. With regards to the safeties, you don't take what doesn't belong to you, regardless of how much you might want it. You don't kill other people. You don't destroy or rape or hurt people that have something that you want. There are other ways to go about this. Many of the people that turned into warriors from the civilian population were veterinarians and MDs. People who weren't trained to kill in any way, shape, or form, and yet, wow, here we are. We have to protect ourselves or we die. That's basically the option. You live or you die. And you're trapped. You can't get out. I'm going to show you some more pictures. So you can see a lot of progress is being made at restoration, and most of the buildings you'll see have filled in a lot of the holes there. They would like to just put this behind them, but I think we as a Kundalini population can really learn the lessons that they're teaching us through this experience. Learn these lessons. Nothing is solved with bullet holes. Nothing is solved by stealing or rape or murder. All it is digging a hole that's going to take a very long time to climb out of. A lot of pain, a lot of suffering. Not just on the victims, but also on the oppressors who will eventually get to take stock of what they have done. This is a very strong refinement zone, and there are other areas in the world right now that are having this same problem. At Iraq, Afghanistan, Tibet, other places in the world are experiencing very similar situations, and as a Kundalini population, as those who are awakening into the divine, you really need to look at your emotions, control your thoughts, and be as forgiving and gracious as you can. It's extremely important that you spread the level of radiance that you have with your Kundalini into these types of areas. This is why myself and Magdalene Deus are here, setting up a pillar of light. There's a lot of discarnate activity here because of shall we say, violent deaths will develop a lot of discarnate activity. Okay. Spread your radiance, your peace, your love, your gratitude for life, your gratitude to the divine and the Kundalini within you. Spread it around so those who may in some way have a desire to do what you see over my shoulder here might come to a different set of options for themselves and the people around them. So this is Chrism from Mostar, 2014. Thanks for watching.